right, so today we're on the bi-monthly property tour through Panama City Beach. So every month, twice a month, Abbott Martin Group and other brokerages around the Emerald Coast, we do these bi-monthly property tours where we have a whole list of tours for a certain area, and we go see them all as a bunch of agents, get an opportunity to meet with each other, see the properties, understand the communities, learn what's going on, and just get a better understanding of what's out there. So today we're going on the Panama City Beach tour, and there's 12 homes on the tour. It's going to be fast and furious, in and out of every house, gives us a chance to see new places. And I'm super excited about today because Brittany's with me for the first time, for one. She's behind the camera. And for two, our first listing in Panama City Beach is on this tour, and we get to highlight it, show everybody what it is. We spent the last couple days preparing it, and we get to showcase it to everyone. I'm pumped about today. We'll take you behind the scenes to see these different properties and what's available, and you'll get to see what it looks like for us agents to try to go check out what's available and network with each other and what's on the market. So I'm pumped about it. I'm pumped to take you along with it, and let's go. Okay, so that was our first two properties. They were both next door to each other, so that was the reason for the two different ones. And I mean, they were both, I love them both to be Inlet Beach properties, but they were both extremely different. Like, one was very, very upgraded and renovated, but also that first one, I didn't like the fact that you had to walk in and go upstairs to the main living area. Yeah. Like, they were kind of talking about doing another living space downstairs instead of the bedroom, which I think would be a good idea, but that kind of threw me off. Whereas the second one, you get to walk in directly to the open area, but it did need more upgrading than the first one, but the price reflected it too. Right. So, I mean, they were beautiful houses, like I thought, but what did you have any?
I kind of disagree a little bit. I liked the first one. I liked that the main living space was on the second floor. I thought it was unique. It would take the right buyer for sure. Yeah. But I liked the layout of it a lot. I loved the master suite. The whole top floor was the master suite, and it was huge and spacious, and I loved that. The second house too is a little bit more, I guess, conventional, with the main living space being on the main floor and all the bedrooms upstairs. But overall, I thought they were both really nice properties.
Yeah, the first one definitely is a way beachier vibe. Like, you're talking a lot more beach, renovated, new property, whereas the second one probably hasn't been upgraded since it was built, but it still presents itself very well.
Yes, the first one very much felt like a vacation rental, whereas the second felt like more like a home. Yes.
But you're talking almost half the price. The
right.
second one was almost half the price of the first one.
Yeah.
But either way, on to the next one. We're hitting Grand Point right down the street. See what it looks like. Okay, so that last place was in Grand Point at Inlet Beach. With the neighborhood itself, the entrance is incredible. The neighborhood is one of those where you drive in and you're like, oh, look at all of this. You know, like, if you're like me, very easily amused, I look around, I'm like, oh my God, these houses are amazing. But the inside, 100% our vibe.
Yeah,
for sure.
my favorite by far. It was beautiful. There's art everywhere, fun colors. I loved everything about it. I could have saw myself living there.
Yeah, that was like, they did a great job. Very personalized touch. And that's all just owner specific, but like to the home itself, you walk in, you've got a split foyer, you go straight down into that game room where they've set it up beautifully with the bar. So obviously if you're purchasing that, you still get the bar, you still get the porch and the beautiful backyard area. That porch is big enough to where they had a big TV set up where their couch was. Access for the dogs to the fenced-in backyard. A lot of highlights of that house, just the layout itself that I really liked. So I thought that was a really cool one.
Huge screened-in porch too.
Yeah.
Which I loved.
And there was a separate porch on the upstairs also.
Yes, there was. And also it had a very nice sized backyard. A lot of these houses have smaller yards, but it actually had a decent sized yard with palm trees lining the back. It was very beautiful.
And it's one of those that's got 3 stories. So you walk in and you look up. You saw the shot where you look up and you see the stairs that go all the way up. I love houses like that. I feel like they have a really grand feel to them, and so that was cool.
Yeah, love
but
the vibe. Love
that
the
was
colors.
Bay County line. Now we're heading to PCB. So everything from here on out, that was Inlet Beach. Now we're going to be in Panama City Beach. So back to the hometown, and we'll hit this next one. So just left Wild Heron. I have never been in that neighborhood before today, and I was absolutely blown away. Like, that place was phenomenal. Gated entrance, super nice security, huge, amazing golf course. It looked like it was incredibly well maintained. The house, quiet, shaded street. It was a super elegant feel. That house is actually not on the market, and it is ready to be sold. It's just not advertised that way. So it's at a great price at $825. That somebody would be very well off with a property like that, I think.
Agreed. It was very unique. It had a very unique feel. The neighborhood as a whole, I really loved it.
Yeah, it was, I mean, that you just feel like you're in an upscale neighborhood when you're in a place like Wild Heron. And then you've got Lake Powell and canoeing and kayaking, and there's a fire pit and there's tennis courts. I mean, that place is endless. So we'll be looking to go in there again, because I really enjoyed that place for sure. But now we're heading deep into PCB. We're going to be hitting kind of the heart, closer to where we live now, closer to where all the action is in Panama City Beach. And I'm pumped to see, we got some really cool properties coming up, some multi-million-dollar properties on the water coming up here, and just a couple houses, and then our listings coming up soon as well. So we'll get some more footage of those and show you. Okay, new construction. We're gonna have to go back and check what neighborhood that was, because the sign said White Sands Luxury Apartments, and I need to confirm what the actual subdivision is. But the houses themselves, super colorful. I know it had a big amenity center that looked awesome. The house itself was a brand new construction home. I think it looked great in terms of, you can definitely tell it's new construction. It had some unique features to it, some unique light fixtures, little butterfly light fixture, and like a crystal front door and crystal chandeliers. So I always appreciate some unique features for sure.
Yeah, it had a luxurious feel to it. I thought it was very pretty.
Yeah, it was a nice looking place. Big grand ceilings and, you know, all new floors and everything. So it was a pretty house. But I looked like the amenity center was a big, like, kind of resort style community pool and stuff. So they probably offer a lot of stuff there. But on to the next one. $3.5 million Gulf front, triple story property with an elevator. Amazing place. Can't wait to get to that one. So on to the next one. 100%, that was, I mean, I knew that place was going to be incredible. That was even better than I thought it was going to be. Like that place, brand new construction, unobstructed Gulf views. There will never be any Gulf, like anything built in front of it. It's a part of the Bidawee neighborhood, so it's got 5 private beach entrances, gated beach entrances. And get this, you get a property that looks like that on the Gulf, no HOA, so you're talking $100 per year, $100 per year for a property like that, just to have private beach access to the Bidawee beaches. It's got its own little pool and everything. Dude, that place was phenomenal. Hands down my favorite one so far. Okay, so what do you think about that one?
That was my favorite one yet. It just kept going and going and going. Huge property, gorgeous, the furnishings, the design. It was incredible. The Gulf views, unbeatable.
There's views on there is views on every floor.
Yes.
Like you're sitting in the living room, you have an unobstructed Gulf view. You wake up in the master, unobstructed Gulf view. Could you imagine waking up in that bed, rolling over, and there's the ocean right there?
Right, and on top of that, the location itself, it's right in the center of all the fun. That is PCB.
Yeah, so if you're an investor buying this as a rental property, not only can you sleep a ton of people, but also those people are so centrally located in the heart of PCB that they are a short golf cart ride or even walk to some of the best places here.
Right.
Like it is right there in the heart of it.
Yes, and on top of that, you've got your private beach access across the street. It's just a one-of-a-kind property.
Yeah, that was incredible. Okay, so now we're headed to our listing, which is nothing in comparison to that, but our listing is still for the more affordable conservative investor. It's a way better option because most people can't afford a house like that. So this right here, best price condo in this entire Gulf Highlands resort. I can't wait to see it, can't wait to show it.
We're gonna get it sold.
Yep. Okay, so we just finished our tour of our condo listing that's for sale in Gulf Highlands. It was great feedback. It was a good tour, some good comments. The price is really good. It's a very affordable condo here, so that's great news. There is a smoke smell because we had a tenant in here that did some smoking in the property, but I got some good tips on that. If you didn't know, you can use cat litter in a bucket with some essential oils and that'll suck it out, or you can use HVAC filters that disperse scents through the entire house. So there's stuff like that. And we'll pass this info off to the seller. This is why we do these events like this, so people can come in and give us good opinion, professional feedback on what they think could be done better about the property. And then we take that as agents because we care about our listings, and we take that to our sellers and say, here is what other professionals are saying in the market, not just what I think. And then we take those opinions and get some good options on what other people think we could do better. And I think we did get some really good info. So I'm excited to take this back to the seller, try to get some of these little fixes put into here and get this thing sold. So ultimately, good times, good day. Okay, so we just left Grand Panama Tower 2, the penthouse on the 14th floor. You said it, it didn't even feel like a condo, like that place. You walk in the front door, it goes back, obviously opens up to that nice kitchen and living area, but it never ends. Like,
yeah, it felt as bigger than a house.
It's not a wraparound balcony, but take what you would normally get on a condo and make it a double balcony at least.
Yeah.
So that The balcony was huge. The views were awesome.
Breathtaking views.
And that tower actually sits across the road from the beach, whereas Tower 1 is on the Gulf. But because of the way it's angled, you get a complete and open Gulf front view with your own parking deck, your own everything set back off.
Really unique view of the city as well. So.
Yeah. But also you get that size of a unit and that high up, that view for $875, how it sits right now, if it doesn't get a price reduction, that is a great price for that large of a space directly overlooking the Gulf. Like just everything it includes. And if you took some paint and brightened it up, modernized the interior, modernized all the finishes and everything, and almost like, you know, like a facelift remodel, I think that place could be a really, really bomb penthouse up there that
for sure,
that speaks volumes for sure. But now unfortunately I have to drop Brittany off because she's got to go get her child, and that's just the nature of working together. So drop her off. I got to bounce out to Callaway. We'll go take a look at some new construction properties there, and that'll be our last stop, and that's it for our property tour. So you got anything else before you bounce out?
No, it's been a really good time. I've enjoyed
turn around
I've enjoyed getting to see different styles of properties and getting to spend time with you.
This is my third property tour, but it's Brittany's first, and she got to see firsthand how fast and furious this is. I mean, you're
it's a lot to take in.
Every property.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in all at one time, but I enjoyed myself, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yep, and we do this as an opportunity to learn and grow and be able to offer the best value to our clients. So it's a great time. So stick around for the rest. So now I'm headed out to Callaway, which is a neighboring town about 30 minutes outside of Panama City Beach, depending on where you're coming from. People think of the beach and they think, you know, super high prices, everything that you've seen so far in the video. But I think people forget that there are smaller towns just outside of these beach towns where if you don't want to be directly on the water and you just want to have a 30-minute or less drive to the beach on the weekend or whatever, you can get some incredible deals. I mean, there's new construction projects out here in places like Callaway from like D.R. Horton and other builders that are building really big communities out here, especially if you want to be close to Tyndall or any of the Navy bases or anything. Out here, there are some incredible options outside of PCB where, like, I mean, yeah, there's not as much out here. It's not the same feel by any means, but you've got what you need. Like, there are still plenty of options for shopping. I mean, downtown Panama City is cool, but also the main strip areas around like Panama City itself, not the beach side. Dude, they have everything there. Like, they've got a multi-million-dollar mega movie theater they just put in, and I think it's Regal Cinemas, and they've got, I mean, everything. All the department stores you could want. It is a really packed-in town, and then you get to other places out here like Callaway, and there are a lot of options here. Like, it's not the same as PCB or even Panama City, but if you don't mind and you want that quieter feel for a cheaper price where you can get more house for the money, like, these are the kinds of places that you need to look into. So we'll go up here, we'll see this new construction project, 2 of them that we've got out here in Callaway. We'll be there in about 7 minutes and take a look at what else is out here. So properties are phenomenal. So those waterfront views like that, I love these properties that are waterfront, whether it's Gulf or Bayou or Bayfront or whatever it is. I mean, you can't really get much better than that, especially when you can build a dock out and all that kind of stuff right there. Both lots, there's going to be continued to develop 8 more lots next to those two, but they were phenomenal. Now, in the area, yes, those are luxury properties for where they're located for sure, and that price point is definitely higher than what most of the properties out here in Callaway are going to look like, but that is a phenomenal property and price for what you're getting. In terms of if you had a house like that anywhere else along the coast, it would be $1, if not $2 million easy. I mean, that's several times higher than what that was. So, but hey, phenomenal day today. I appreciate it. I loved having Brittany with me. That was an incredible time to have her along this property tour and to try out our first vlog. So hopefully this comes together well and you enjoyed the content. We'll continue to do this. Go ahead and subscribe if this is something you're interested in. We work every week, twice a week, to bring you as much value as possible. We are building out the go-to real estate beach channel on YouTube. So if you love the beach, whether you want to move here or not, if you want to live here, by all means subscribe. I'm going to give you everything you need to know about living here. In addition to that, if you don't live here and you just love learning and looking at the beach, we're going to bring everything you can to just enjoy this area even when you're not here. So you love vacation here, but you're not always here and you want to watch the beach, this is the place to find all that entertainment that you can, every bit of information and value that we can bring you from local professionals, the local laws, local requirements and things that are here, parts of real estate. Everything is going to be included on our channel. So subscribe, make sure you keep up with what we're putting out, and we'll continue to bring you value. Comment below what you liked, comment properties you did like, you didn't like, what you would like to see more of, what you think was done well, what was done poorly, and we'll adjust to make sure we're giving you the best value that we possibly can. So I appreciate you being here for our first vlog. I appreciate you watching everything we have to show, and we can't wait to bring you more. So talk to you later.